Please welcome the woman that you've all been waiting to hear from all evening, Eli's mom, Ilissa Reich.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song.
I could kill Scott for making me do this, but here we go. As the great Gavin DeGraw once sang, belief makes things real, makes things feel all right. Belief makes things true. Things like you and I. To everyone in this room, thank you for believing with us, for standing with us, for cheering for us, for crying with us, for championing us, for grieving with us, and for being here tonight with us. You are the reason that we move forward each and every day, and without your support, there would be no belief in a cure. Almost 6 years ago, my life and the future I envisioned crumpled to the ground. In a matter of seconds, everything I ever hoped for was taken away in a flash with the few words, "There's no cure, there's no hope, go home and love your son." To this day, the weight of these words is unimaginable. The guilt is beyond comprehension, the heartache excruciating, the tears drowning, the sadness ever present. But then there's my Eli, the name I kept saved in the notes section of my phone since I was a teenager, the boy I dreamed so many dreams of, the son I pictured my husband living for, the brother I envisioned to be as good as my own brother, all ripped away in a matter of an excruciating 5-month journey to a diagnosis with the worst outcome possible. This little light of mine, thanks Aunt Les, would be left unable to walk, talk, or do anything independently, eat normal food, suffer from terrible reflux, life-threatening seizures, face surgeries, nonstop days of agonizing pain, bone issues, inability to control his movements, and the list goes on and on. While Eli's life is unfair, challenging, and cruel, none of his setbacks are what anyone notices when you first meet him. He is defined by his incredible smile, his boyish charm, his infectious laughter, his loving nature, the softness of his hand when he reaches for yours, the joy he exudes when he's placed into the bath, his shrieks of happiness when he enters the pool, the way the wind blowing through his hair makes him giggle, his happiness when we cheer for him for meeting the smallest milestone, and his true peace when his siblings embrace him. These moments, this is what I live for. I know the boy who is inside this body, waiting to break out and live his life. A boy who has more strength and perseverance than I ever thought possible. The boy who is tasked to sit on his own for 30 seconds and will push to 45. Who sees a toy on the other side of the room and will manage to get to it without being able to properly crawl. Who is unable to speak but has learned how to spell his name using an eye gaze device and can incredibly choose the letters E-L-I. A boy who is unable to stop his involuntary movements, but miraculously somehow does so when his brother lies down with him and he knows he's safe. A boy who fights like hell every day to fulfill his potential. This boy, he's a warrior, he's a survivor, he's a hero, and he deserves it all. Being Eli's mom is a nonstop emotional roller coaster of joy and heartbreak that rolls on every single day. Living in a constant state of uncertainty and worry, not knowing what trauma the day will bring, what battle will come our way, what ailments school will call with, which medications will need to be adjusted, what medical and therapeutic appointments will need to be set up, the constant worry of how do I know if my child is happy, and the scariest thought of all, will I get the news that I fear most? The to-do lists for his care are endless. Sleepless nights of researching child-sized diapers and infant toys for 6-year-olds, reaching out to other special needs parents online to make friends, making lists of accessible activities so that my children can enjoy life together, finding ways to navigate this heavy world for my Emmy and Dylan to try to help them to understand why their family is different. It's an all-consuming, sad, and heartbreaking, lonely world, a world that I would do anything to take my family out of. And by family, I mean Scott, Amelia, Eli, Dylan, myself, and Laura and Marta, Eli's caregivers and second mothers, my best friends, the most selfless, kind, strong, tireless women with hearts of gold. What you two have done for us could never be repaid. There's no way we would have survived the past 6 years without you both. I thank God every day for bringing you into our lives, for making me believe that good exists even in the most terrible situations. Thank you for being our real-life superheroes, for making Eli's happiness your happiness, and for giving me the strength to go on. I ask all of you to give a round of applause for Laura and Marta. They say that you will never forget a person who came to you with a torch in the dark. To all of the torch holders in this room, I will never, ever, ever forget you and the brightness you have brought my family. This journey breaks you down to nothing and rebuilds you. And along the way, you learn more about life than you ever thought possible. And my biggest lesson has been, whenever there is someone in need, there is an opportunity for kindness and to make a difference. And as Gavin continues to sing, I'm going to yell it from the rooftops. I'll wear a sign on my chest. That's the least I can do. It's the least I can do. I will yell your story from the rooftops and wear a sign on my chest for you, Eli, for as long as it takes until your life is 1 ounce better than it is now, until this living nightmare is over. Until then, I will love you and fight for you with everything I have for as long as I can. I will work every single day to put that incredible smile on your face, that laughter into the world, and spread your light to everyone who is lucky enough to receive it. Eli, it's me, Mommy. I love you, my boy.